Now then, let's take a look at the Shark Escape set. Help Thomas escape the fearsome shark. Now I'll tell you what, Oliver had a better escape than that, but either way, this is made into a little short and it's very nice. And we also see Salty and Cranky, Henry in the background, and as well as Shane in there. And we don't have their models out yet, so let's hope that we can see these engines soon. Either way, this does look like an interesting set, and I'm not going to lie, it does look pretty fun. Normally, I'm completely against these kind of sets, but I do believe it might be some fun. Right? Yeah. This side, it really does grab your attention with the box, but these drawings and stuff, I know they're trying to show, again, imagination, but I don't know, it's just not my cup of tea for what makes the box great. Either way, set sail for adventure. Harold is transporting Thomas high above the roaring waves. When Thomas breaks free from his crate, he goes on a wild, splashy ride through looping waves right into the chomping jaws of a shark. With Thomas and Friends Adventures, you and Thomas can go wherever your imagination takes you. We're going to assume this shark is a megalodon, because if we assumed it was a great white or anything else, that would make literally no sense. So, imagination is key, where an extinct shark can still be alive. Lift the crate, rise through looping waves, and escape the chomping jaws. Either way, on the bottom we can see some other parts that are available. I have not seen these available, and I didn't even know this one existed. We have the Shark Escape Track Pack, and I've seen that on Amazon. It ranges for about $9.99, I think it is. So we might have to look into getting that soon. But we have the Shark Escape Salty. It's a talking engine, and this looks really cool indeed, and I honestly hope to find this very soon. It'd be cool to have a Salty, and if he's talking, that's a little bit of a bonus. But hopefully that means we might see a normal Salty soon. Again, we have a YouTube Kids ad on the side. And there it is. Honestly, with these boxes, especially the sets, it really does look like a giant advertisement for the YouTube Kids app. So, I don't know. But either way, guys, I'll see you when this set is actually put together. As I am putting this together, I want to point out a few different things. First, let's take a look at the stock standard Thomas. Focus. There we go. Either way, he does look very squished. Again, his dome is very flat, and his whistles barely show as his cap's not really that high. I really do find it weird, and I don't understand, since the talking version looks like a better Thomas, honestly, and I don't understand why they couldn't do that here. But he does capture the essence of Thomas, really, I guess, so I don't know. Here, let's put it to the side, and then we have Harold. Harold here is made of plastic. His face, is that off? Yeah, the plastic mold's a little weird how it's cut down the middle, and so I don't know how I feel about that, but he does look very nice for being a plastic model. He does have a hook that he can attach onto the actual part that lifts up the engine, I guess. I guess that's what it's for, but we'll have to see. Either way, if we can actually hook onto engines, that'd be pretty cool, but we'll have to experiment. Another thing I wanted to point out is I really do like these pieces of track, the normal pieces anyway. They look very nice, very well put together, and they are very sturdy once you put them in each other. If I can do that with one hand, let's put it down. Instructions. Oh, never mind. It's about to move. What? No, dear. Just instructions there. Track there, other track there. There we go. It's very sturdy for what it is, and it's easy to take apart, unlike the Trackmaster track that we have now, where it's very sturdy but hard to take apart. Honestly, I do like this track a lot, and I really do feel like this is a very nice system of track, so I'm not too worried about it holding together poorly. But I do like how the instructions are colored and show exactly how to put things out, so it's going to make this a lot easier to do. Harold to the rescue. Here, where we can use this hook to actually attach the engines, and it has nothing to do with the actual building right there, so that's always cool to have a bonus feature with our engines. characters. Might need both hands to unhook Thomas, however. Comma. Yeah, I think I am. So I'll see you when Harold is back on top of the cargo crate thingy. Yeah. Either way, the way the set functions is that we push Thomas into the crate. There's a tab on this side. We pull up on that. As we do that, the track actually lifts into place. Hold it there. It'll actually balance itself out to a degree. There is a tab right here that we open. So let me get you ready so you can actually see everything. Yeah, that's how you do it. Thomas hits this on the way. The shark opens his mouth and he chomps down but misses. Just push that back and it'll fall back into place. This really is a fun little set. That is very weird at the same time. This is $25 on your base price, and for $25, I really do believe this is better than a Trackmaster set for $20, honestly. This seems like a lot of fun. Now then, the shark is based off its cartoon design, so you'll see the eyes look exactly like it would in the Thomas cartoons. But yeah, this really is an interesting piece. It's an odd one, but it works. So yeah. Alright, now that our review finally comes to a close, we have looked at one of the big sets, which is actually pretty cheap for the price, honestly. We have looked at a good amount of engines. We've looked at 3 of our main characters, 2 fast CGI characters, a new Great Race engine, a new China Clay engine, a fire engine, and 2 talking engines. So aka Thomas, Percy, James, Connor, Caitlin, Ivan, Timothy, Flynn, Space Thomas, and Dino James, and plus a plastic Harold, and then a Megalodon. Either way, this range, the Thomas and Friends Adventures, is a very odd one. Honestly, I don't think it's as bad as everybody says it is. Yes, it does stink a whole lot to lose our magnets that we've been using since 2003. But honestly, at the point they were going, the magnets weren't that good, honestly. And I do believe these couplings work better than those magnets we've had since Tale of the Brave. There's big wooden railway magnets on these engines work a lot better. Honestly, I do believe we just need time, as because these engines, as they are now, is pretty much the exact same thing as the engines we were getting from the exact same range that came before it. The only difference is, for most of them, is that we're getting new couplings, and the domes have changed in size. And then some of them, like Timothy, has some differences, as his buffer beam is now blue instead of red. And Flynn is just a lot of gray. And I haven't seen a new Take and Play Flynn as with the big magnets, so I don't know how he was before this. But overall, from all the other engines, the only main difference is the couplings itself, and I honestly do like these couplings. These couplings you can twist and turn and work a lot better compared to the original Ertl. And I'm honestly interested to see if they do work with Ertl couplings, and that might be a science experiment I need to partake in. Honestly, I do believe we need to give this range a chance. However, I do believe there are some improvements if we want to make sure that this range does succeed in doing well. Apparently there is a whole huge cast of characters coming out, a lot of which introduced in the CGI series, such as Steven, Flying Scotsman. The rest of the Great Race characters are supposed to come out, and so I'd be pretty happy with that. I do believe that we do need to see some of the main characters in today's series is introduced as well. I've heard no word of Duck, Oliver, or Toad, who have been very prominent in this past season, but I have heard rumors of Daisy. So that's good, because Daisy's been in 4 episodes out of 28, I believe they're doing this season. So yeah, and I do believe the miniature engines need to come in because they have 3 episodes to themselves and have appeared in the background of season 20. Honestly, I do believe this range is going to do well, but I believe everybody just needs to give it a chance. Honestly, I don't hate this range. I think it is pretty fun and acceptable. One thing I do think they really need to think about, though, is doing some sets based on actual Thomas locations throughout the show. Timus Sheds, Brendam Docks, Knapford Station, stuff like that. I really do feel like that would help. And since this is the only piece of rolling stock we have, those couplings are actually fixed and not able to pivot around or change or whatever. And I really do believe that they should make some troublesome trucks, and I don't know if they're planning on it, like the original Taken plays. Like some brown troublesome trucks with hay, or a green one with rocks, I believe they had for a while. And some gray troublesome trucks with coal would be cool too. And have it where they have the couplings like these, so you can turn them around either which way. I do believe some other characters that we've seen in the background, such as Bradford, who had an episode all to himself, who has had no merchandising as of yet. I really do believe he could benefit highly from this range. Honestly, I do believe this range is supposed to have a whole ton of characters introduced within its first wave, or this is first wave technically, I guess, but first ones that they've announced anyway. And either way, it does sound like there's going to be a lot of fun characters to choose from. But I do believe if they struggle to understand what makes a train set, this could actually put the line in jeopardy. I do believe we need to have current sets that are based on actual locations or things we see in the TV show. For example, we have Extraordinary Engines coming out on DVD. It'd be really cool if they actually took a set piece from the special and incorporate it. I don't know what's going to be in the video, but we know Tim Sheds is going to be there, and same thing with Knapford and Old Seth Castle, and Duck and Oliver's branch line, as well as Ryan's and Daisy's, so we could have some locations from there and make some normal track. Honestly, I do like this track as well, and I do feel like this goes well. Honestly, I feel like this is going to be a good range, but I do believe at the end of the day, Mattel needs to realize that this is a train set. These are a series of train sets, and we need to not stray too far, because engines like these are very fun. Sets like these are very fun, but again, we need to have normal locations to balance it out at the same time. Either way, guys, this has been a very long video to make, and I hope you have enjoyed it, and I hope you have a good day. Thank you so much for watching, guys. It really means the world. And guys, please tell me what you think of the range. Do you think I'm completely mad for liking this new coupling system that has done away with one of our classic ranges? Or do you agree with me and think that these maybe should be looked in a little bit more and maybe have a brighter outlook than we have ever thought before? Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a good day. Thanks, guys.